So I recently did a poll of MSPs and I asked them, what was the number one sales problem, challenge, difficulty that you had in overcoming? And by far, the number one was overcoming the "we're fine" objection when you're talking to a new prospect, telling them about what you do, and they say, hey, we're fine, we're not interested, don't want to talk to you, et cetera, et cetera. Are they fine? Who knows? But in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to overcome that challenge. Hey, Robin Robbins here, founder of TMT, where we specialize in working with small and mid-sized MSPs, IT service companies, to put strategic sales and marketing plans in place so that you not only get more customers, but higher paying, better quality, more appreciative customers. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the number one objection that MSPs get when they're marketing and prospecting out there. And that is the "we're fine." So you call a prospect on the phone, you talk to somebody at a networking event, whatever it is, or even if you're talking to an existing customer trying to sell them an existing solution or something you think they need, they say, nah, we're fine. We got our stuff in the cloud. We're using this line of business application, whatever, and they're secure and they're backing us up or whatever it is. So essentially what the problem is, whatever you said that you are wanting to sell to them, they're thinking they don't need it. They're fine. So they don't have a perceived need. Okay. So, in a lot of cases, not everybody actually does need what you're selling. Now, maybe they do, but maybe they are fine. They have no perceived problem. Like if you or me or anybody out there, if we don't have awareness of a need or a problem, we're not buying. Like I don't have a parrot. Do you know why I don't have a parrot? Because I don't want a parrot. Now, do I need a parrot? I don't know. Maybe someone could make a case for that. They'd say, hey, Rob, if you had a parrot on your shoulder when you're doing these videos, it would actually be pretty funny. People would like it. You could train it to say, keep it real, or something like that. That would be kind of funny. But I don't need a parrot. I don't want a parrot. So I don't have one, right? So again, people have to have an awareness of a need before they're going to talk to you. And the biggest problem that you're making is you're talking about the stuff. You're talking about managed services, cybersecurity, backups. You're talking about the thing that you're selling. And in their mind, they don't know enough to say, am I really fine? Meaning, is whatever I have in place sufficient in protecting me? Because they don't know, they're not as educated as you are, right? So they're saying we're fine because they don't understand that. And if you keep talking to them about the stuff, you're going to constantly get told, no, thank you, not interested, not today, we're fine. All right. So how do you overcome this? Well, the way you do it is through a process called lead generation marketing. You've heard me talk about it before. If you're a client of mine, you understand that's what we're doing around here. We're doing educational direct response, EDR marketing, where we're putting out lead generation magnets and some kind of free information that we're providing to people in order to open up the conversation. And if it's educational, educating them as to why they need it. Okay. So instead of talking about the stuff you sell, the free report, the video, the webinar, the ebook, however the modality of the content that you're providing, the content talks about solving a problem. All right. So I'll give you an example. Right now we outsource our IT support and the company we use is great. We have no problems. I have no need. So if an MSP came and knocked on my door and said, hey, we do managed services, we do cybersecurity, we're really good at it, do you want some? I'd say we're fine. I don't need it. I got somebody. I trust them. They do a great job, right? Now, if you wanted to get to me, let's suppose you put together a free report and the free report said something to the effect of 3 critical cybersecurity requirements that you must have in place in order to get insurance coverage, that your current IT company doesn't know and isn't talking to you about. All right. Let's say it's something like that. It is a free report or a video or a webinar on 3 critical cybersecurity protections or protocols you need to have in place now in order to have your insurance claim not denied in the event of ransomware, downtime, or other damages that we can practically guarantee. Your MSP is not talking to you about it now, probably doesn't even know that they exist. Okay, so now now you're not selling IT. You're not coming at me going, hire me for cybersecurity. You're offering me some sort of free information that has a title or a topic that might pique my curiosity, that might be of interest to me, right? It could be 5 critical things your IT company should have in place if you have one single remote worker that 99% don't have, or something like that. So by doing that, I'm saying, hey, you might have this problem. If you're this person, you might have this problem that you're not even aware about, and this information is going to tell you about what it is. Now, the information, I'm calling it information, again, free report, video, webinar, seminar, whatever it is, right? However you're delivering it, talks about, here's a big problem. Most MSPs today do not understand cyber insurance requirements. They don't understand the FTC safeguards. They don't understand PCI compliance. They don't understand security, and they're probably not talking to you about it, right? When was the last time you had a meeting with your MSP where they did an assessment of your environment and said, hey, this is where you are not protected? Here's another question. When was the last time your IT company came to you and said, let me see your insurance document so that I can make sure, whether it's cyber liability or ransomware crime insurance, I want to make sure we're doing everything we need to do to comply with that policy, because God forbid you get ransom or something happens, and you need that insurance policy to cover the cost, the extensive costs that are going into place of repairing the damages. The last thing you want to do is get denied coverage. You've been paying for the policy, but they're going to come and check you out. They're going to say, hey, you just got hit with ransomware. Did you have 2-factor turned on every machine? Did you have employee awareness training in place? Did you have all these other protocols? And if they're going to check before they write you a check to say, okay, here's your coverage, right? They find out you weren't doing it because your IT company never had that conversation, never asked to see the policy, never put those protocols in place. Guess what? You're not getting insurance coverage. And guess what? Your MSP is not going to be liable either, because it's up to you. You signed the policy, right? So I'm just giving you a quick dirty what the report, the webinar. I mean, there's obviously you could do, I'm just doing this quick for a video, but you get the general idea. So now I get this information, I read it, and it gets me to question, maybe my IT company is not doing that for me. Maybe I'm not fine. All right. Now, the other component to the free information is you got to have some kind of call to action, a CT at the end. If this has got you thinking, here's what I would recommend. For free, we'll do an assessment of your environment to see if you would pass the average insurance requirements for ransomware coverage, right? And we'll do it for free. And you should do this, let a independent third party do this, not your current IT company, because yes, they'll say they can do it. Yes, they'll say they'll be honest. But what if they're trying to cover up failures that they're doing, right? You should have an independent third party auditing what they're doing for you. So that way they can't cover it up. That way you can see if they're actually doing what you're paying them to do. And PS, you should never proofread your own work, because fresh eyes see new things that the person that's incumbent there can't see. So for free, we're going to do this, right? Now, let's say we 1+ this whole campaign. Let's say you as an MSP partner up with an insurance professional and you put together this free report, and that insurance professional, who's your JV partner, then sends it out to all of their customers. And they say, hey, you bought a cyber liability or crime insurance or whatever, a policy from us. I have partnered with this MSP company to write this free information, and I know you need to have this because you have a policy, and I wrote the policy, but I can't make you put the protocols in place to protect your network the way you should in order to receive coverage in the event of a ransomware attack or cyber event. All right. So please read this free report. It's very informative. Now, not only am I getting a piece of good information to my customers, the insurance agent is, but it is you as the MSP are now getting invited in. It's like referrals on steroids. So now, instead of just going to these prospects cold, who don't know you, don't like you, don't trust you, saying, hey, we do cyber insurance, we're cybersecurity, we're really good at it, do you need some? They're going to say no, because they don't have an awareness of a need. By doing it the way what I'm talking to you about, which is generating some sort of lead generation widget, some lead generation magnet information that helps uncover the need, with then a call to action at the end. And instead of going out to the marketplace and telling them what you do, hey, we do cybersecurity managed services, you don't promote that. You promote the free information. That's how you get past the we're fine, because they might not be interested in the information. Look, and if they're not interested in the information, they're certainly not going to be interested in cybersecurity solutions because they think we're fine. You're never going to get those people anyway. You're never going to convert 100% of people to buying what you sell. I guarantee if we were on the Titanic and it was sinking and I was selling life rafts, there'd be somebody on the life raft saying, no, we'll be fine because they got lifeboats. The ship's not going to sink. We'll grab a life jacket. We're not buying that. You know, I guarantee you there's going to be sales objections even in that scenario, right? So you're never going to get 100%. But by taking the approach, by marketing the information first, to then get the person to have a low risk, non-threatening way to kind of learn more information, developing that information so it actually develops the need and positions you in this simultaneously as an authoritative expert because you put together the free report or you did the webinar or whatever. It positions you properly. It provides good information, has a good call to action at the end, which you then follow up when someone asks for that information. Hey, would you like us to do the free assessment for you? See, by doing that, it transcends immediate need. It develops the need, it develops the awareness, and it does it in a way where it doesn't feel threatening. If I knock on your door and say, I'm a salesperson, hey, do you want to book an appointment to talk about your IT needs? I'm backing away from you physically, if not mentally, as fast as I can. But if you knock on my door and say, hey, we've got some free information I'd like you to download or get access to without talking to a salesperson, without having to do anything weird or, talk to anybody. A lot of people do that. The information does the work, emails follow up, retargeting, you follow up phone calls. And again, you don't go from the free report to, hey, we do IT, do you want to buy? You go from that to some sort of small engagement, some sort of free assessment that has a high perceived value, that will give them the answers that they want, give them the peace of mind that they want. And then from there, now you're in the door talking to them, you're getting invited in, and you're overcoming the we're fine objection. So one of the things that you need to realize is in order to overcome that sales objection, you need a better marketing function in your business. Sales and marketing are one of the same continuum. Marketing is the beginning of the sales process. You'll hear me say that over and over again. Marketing done right facilitates the sales process, right? And if you only have sales and not marketing, cold calling on people saying, hey, we do IT, do you want some, is really, really shitty marketing, okay? Because it's painful, all right? So one of the things I recommend to you is you come to a 2-day workshop that we're doing on sales. Now, it's mostly focused on sales. We're going to be talking about how to build the sales function in your MSP. But part of that is, of course, making sure you're doing the right kind of marketing to facilitate the sales, just like I explained right now, to be strategic about this instead of just trying to brute force it. And the URL to learn more information about this 2-day sales workshop for MSP is mspsalesroadshow.com. mspsalesroadshow.com. There's going to be a link somewhere around this video. You can click on it, go to that website. And on that event, it's me and other experts are going to be talking to you about how to build the sales function in your business so you get better clients, you can charge higher fees, you can overcome objections more easily, can't overcome them all, you get more appreciative clients, you don't get as much fee resistance, all good things happen. Because for most MSPs, they are not salespeople. They've never been in a sales function. They have no sales systems in their business. And because of that, they suffer, they don't grow. They don't get new customers. They have to haggle over price. They have to charge lower fees because they don't know how to sell at higher fees. And they end up clinging to a bunch of unproductive, pain in the ass clients, quite honestly, because you don't have the ability to replace them because you don't have a sales and marketing function in your business. All right. So go over to mspsalesroadshow.com. We're doing 3 events across the country. Once those events are done, they're done. We're not doing a virtual event. It's the only way you can get in. Once the seats are sold out, they're sold out and tickets are going fast. There is a hard limit to how many people we can actually physically put in this room. So you absolutely want to be there. When you go to the website, there is also, check it out, free information. And it is an MSP sales playbook checklist. And it's an outline of how to put together a really kick-ass productive sales playbook for your MSP so selling gets easier and you're not slinging hash and doing random acts and pot shots. And you could smooth out your sales process so closing doesn't have to be weird. Closing shouldn't be weird. overcoming fee resistance. It shouldn't be difficult or weird. All the things, the sales stalls, delays, prospects going dark, fee resistance, all of that are things that we're going to solve at this 2-day event. And you got to be there. So again, click on the link that's somewhere around this video and join us at this event where we're not only going to show you how to do smarter marketing so you get invited in, but also how do you do the sales process so that it is easy, it's consistent, there's a system, there's a process, it's strategic, and you know what the hell you're doing. So everything gets easier and more productive. And PS, your prospects like it more too, because when a sales process is done very well and professionally, the prospect is actually delighted and wowed because it's the first experience they're going to have with you as an MSP. And they're excited to do business with you. They see you as a trusted advisor. They take your advice and they're appreciative for what you do. All right. That is all going to be a byproduct of having a really good sales and marketing function in your business. So click on the link and I'll see you at the event.